You can pre-select the components of CutWork like we did with the blanket stitch, but you can edit any created CutWork object. One of the things that can be edited is the border type. I can come up to the type of CutWork border and select a different type of border. Default properties are going to be applied to that changed border. For this one, let's change some of the component settings. I'm going to zoom in and activate the design view so you can see the CutWork line. You can change the number of passes and the distance of the stabilizing run. And if I rest my cursor in the value box, you'll see in the diagram what exactly I will be changing. If I increase the distance, notice how the stabilizing run, which is right here, is moving away from the cutting line. I can also change the CutWork clearance. And again, I'll increase this and see how the cutting line, which is here, is moving further away from the inside edge of the cover. Properties of this stitch could also be changed by selecting Object Properties. I can change the width, I can change the spacing, and I can change the offset of this satin outline. For the net fill diamond, I can also change a lot of different values. Remember, the tack down run holds the stabilizer to the background fabric for supporting the net fill. And I can increase the number of passes or increase the distance. Again, look at the diagram and watch what happens as I click on that up arrow. Here, the tack down position is moving further away from the cut. You might want to do this for fabrics that ravel a lot. I could also increase the number of passes. I can also edit the net fill. I can change the distance of the net fill from the cut line. I can change the spacing of the rows of net fill. And you can see that the net fill is getting smaller. And then I can also change the angle. And I'll press Enter to activate that change. For this CutWork, let's change the type of embroidery. Click on the drop-down arrow and you have lots of choices for this type of hole. I'm going to choose a candle wicking border. If I want to change the type of candle wicking, I'll click on Object Properties, click on Select, and choose a different kind of candle wicking knot. When I click OK, that knot has now been changed. For this center diamond, let's say we changed our mind and don't want to use a CutWork tool, but instead want to use scissors. All I have to do is put a dot in Use Scissors, and that cut is no longer done with the CutWork tool, but will be done with a pair of scissors. So you can see whether or not you pre-select your properties for CutWork or you edit your properties after creating the CutWork, it is very easy to do.